And a good Wednesday to you all. Thanks for tuning in. And today we have a core workout. It's just going to be about 30 minutes. We're going to go through several different types of core circuits. One of them will be standing, one of them will be in the plank position, and then the other one will be on our backs, getting into some ab work. So all you really need today is just yourself. You don't need any equipment, so don't worry about anything like that. But if you do have a set of dumbbells, you can add that into some of the seated and standing portions if you would like, not required. I'll show you both ways. And you really just need one. You don't need two, you just need one to just kind of hang on to for a little bit of extra challenge. But again, not required. So we're gonna get started. Press play on your favorite playlist, and that way you can have some music to listen to while you work out. And we're gonna get started with just a little bit of a warm-up, and then we are gonna get into our core circuits. So we will do a little bit of some cardio stuff to work in an elevated heart rate, and then the rest of them will be just more strength type moves. So hopefully it'll be fun, good workout, just a little something different. And here we go. Are y'all ready? Let me put on my timer so I know our time. Here we go. So we're just gonna start with a nice, easy jog. So all you wanna do is just start moving. You can go side to side shuffle. You can get a little bit of air underneath those feet, or you can go with a little bit more of a bigger range of motion, trying to get those heels back into that back side. Make sure your shoulders are up, and just give me a good couple of breaths here. We're gonna go into some rotations while we warm up. It'll be nice, slow, and steady, just to really get our spine ready, our abs, our low back ready, and then that way we can really hit it coming into that first circuit. So coming up, we're gonna go into some side lunges. So what I want you to think about is you can take those feet out nice and wide. I want you to go down to that knee first and then come up, down to that knee. We're going on one side, so stay on one side. Now, if you're able to and you have a little bit more range of motion, you can go down to those toes and start to rotate a little bit through your spine. So you're gonna look to the right, there's that rotation, and back. And come center. So look to the right and center. Let's go. 3 more here. Last 2. And 1. All right, let's go to the other side. So again, start at the knee, start small, and as you feel like you're able to, always work up. So starting at that knee, just a little knee tap now. If you want to go down to that toe, go down to that toe. Make sure that your tailbone and your hips go back and they are over that heel. Now let's start to rotate. Look to the left and back up. Look to the left and back up. Feel that spine starting to get a little loose. And let's go 3 more here. Last 2. And last 1. Let's get a little bit more movement here. We're gonna go into some jump ropes, and you're just gonna twist side to side. So you can have your arms in a jump rope motion, or you can just hold them here at your chest, and your shoulders are staying nice and square to the front, and those hips are twisting side to side. And we're gonna stay here for just a few more seconds. Let that heart rate come up again. Let your breathing get a little bit heavier. And we're gonna go for 5 more. Last 3, and 2, and 1. Good, all right, we're starting to breathe. We're gonna go into squats, and we're gonna rotate as we come up. So you're gonna come down, and you're gonna rotate, look to the right. Come down, reach, look to the left. Squat, reach, look to the right. Squat, reach, look to the left. Now from the side, it's like I'm sitting back in my chair. I'm gonna reach front to back. My hips are staying nice and pointed forward, and I'm rotating through those shoulders. So at the bottom of that squat, just to give you a visual, if you were to sit down and wiggle your toes, you want that spine to be straight, you want your tailbone back over those heels. Give me a little toe wiggle and come up. Let's go. 2 more. Last 1. And last thing, we're just gonna go jumping jacks. So after this, we're gonna get into that first circuit. Breath is starting to come back up. And we're gonna stay here for a few more seconds. Let's go 5. Last 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right, shake it out. I'm gonna show you the first move of the first circuit. We're gonna go 2 angles on this. So I'm gonna grab 1 dumbbell. Again, it's not required. If you need a little bit of balance, we are gonna be working on 1 leg with some leg lifts. You can always grab a kitchen chair if you need it. Otherwise, balance is one way to work into that core stability. It's a great way to activate your core because you're having to stabilize yourself, balance, and really tighten up to keep yourself up. So, on my right arm, I'm going to raise it overhead. I'm going to take this right leg out. Now, I'm going to lift my leg up, and my arm's going to come down, making a good oblique crunch right here. So you're going to crunch and then lift up overhead. Crunch and extend. So make sure you get that good extension overhead and that you're extending through that toe down to the floor, making a nice long line here so you can get that crunch in that oblique when you bring them together. Good. All right, so starting to feel it right above that hip bone, underneath that rib cage. Let's go 5 more here. We're gonna switch to the front. Last 4. Remember, nice and steady. We don't want to blaze through this. You want to be controlled. Here's our last one here. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see where we're going now. Same thing, just forward. So I'm going to raise that arm overhead. I'm going to lift that leg, lower that arm, and crunch in the front. So you want to feel yourself folding over right at that belly button. So think about that crunch feeling when you're down on your mat. You want to mimic that up here, but we're working balance and we're nice and strong and stable. Good, y'all, keep going. Remember, smooth, slow, and controlled. We're gonna go 5 more here. Last 4 and 3. Last 2, we're gonna move a little bit more here. Last 1, and come on up. Taking that weight in the center, or again, just your arms, just your body weight, you can just make a fist. We're gonna go into a reverse lunge. So from the side, you're gonna rotate to the opposite side of that front leg. So I'm gonna step back on my left, rotate towards the right. So you're gonna rotate, lunge, and then back up to the center. Rotate, extend those arms, and then back up. Really keeping those hips nice and stable, pointed forward, rotating through your spine so your shoulders point towards the wall to your right. Good, all right, that core is activated. That low back, starting to feel nice and strong. And let's keep going here for a few more. And then we're gonna get into a little bit more of a cardio move. So we're gonna boost that heart rate up. Perfect. All right, we've got 5 more here. Make sure you get that good rotation through those shoulders. Last 3 and 2 and 1. All right, so from here, we're gonna drop that weight, and I'm gonna show you one way to do it. You can always keep that weight if you want. We're gonna drop down to that squat. As you hop up, you're gonna twist, jump down, twist, down, twist, and twist. So it's like a jump squat, but you twist at the top. One way to modify this a little bit is to tap and turn, squat, tap and turn. So that's one way to rotate. Otherwise, let's try and get that jump and twist through those hips. Perfect. Staying here for just a few more seconds, maybe about 10 more seconds or so. Y'all are doing awesome. Keep it up. Last 3 and 2. Let's go. 1 more and recover. All right, we're gonna start all that on the opposite side. So catch your breath. Heart rate just got up a little bit. We gave it a little boost. Probably breathing a little bit heavier. Now we're gonna go on the left side. So if you're going without that dumbbell, you're just gonna reach overhead and you're gonna go into that side crunch. So that's what it looks like here. If you've got that dumbbell, you're just gonna add it and crunch. Again, you wanna feel you fold over right above that hip bone and underneath that rib cage. Obliques are activated here. And get a good extension on the overhead, so look, I'm nice and long here, and I'm gonna crunch. Really focus on what you're feeling here, okay? Start to zone in on that muscle that you're working. So that oblique, even into the sides of our hips. And that standing leg might even be feeling it too, because that's what's stabilizing us, and that's what's keeping us upright. Let's go 5 more. And again, you can always hold on to a chair if you're a little wobbly. And y'all are doing awesome. We got 2 more here. Last one, we're gonna switch to the front. All right, so bring yourself forward. Left leg to the front, reach overhead, and you're gonna crunch and extend. Really get that fold over right around that belly button. Again, pretend like you're on the mat and you're trying to crunch up as if you were laying down. You want that feeling. So from this side, I'm folding forward, extending up, folding over, and extend. Again, don't rush this. Be nice and controlled. And let's keep going here. Just a few more, and we'll get into that lunge. Let's go 5 and 4. Last 3, 2 more, and 1. Perfect, into that lunge. So I'm gonna stay pointing towards the side so you can see that rotation. I'm gonna step back on my right this time. Left leg is forward. You're twisting, extending that arm to the left, and then coming up to the center. Here we go. So lunge, twist, and then back to the center. Lunge, twist, and center. Again, if you don't have that weight, you're just gonna make a fist or just extend those arms. Think about that good rotation. Remember, hips are forward, shoulders are twisting to the side. Good movement through that spine. So this is activating that low back and those abs. And let's keep going here for just a few more. Then we'll get back into a little bit of a cardio move. Perfect, let's go 3 and 2. Last one, good rotation, and back. All right, we're gonna go into that jump twist, or that jump squat twist, and then we're gonna add a little bit more, and then we'll go into the second circuit. So we're almost done with our standing part. So remember, you can come up, twist, pop that hip forward, down, and twist. All right? Another option here is that jump squat with a twist at the top. So again, you're rotating through, keeping those shoulders pointed towards the wall this time, and twisting through the hips. Heart rate's starting to come up. Make sure you breathe, and stay here for just a few more seconds. And we're gonna finish with high knees. So I'll show you a couple different ways we can do those high knees. And let's go 5 more seconds. Last 4, 3, 2, give me one more good one, and done. Ooh, perfect, okay. High knees, start here with a march. Bring those knees up. Elbows are gonna draw to the center, tapping those knees. Now, if you're ready to run it, you can just start to quickly pick those feet up and up into a high knees position. Keep those shoulders up, that spine stays straight right over those hips, and you are drawing your knees up and forward using those abs. This is a great core move. Hold here for just a few more seconds, and then we'll go into our planks. Come on, y'all, run it, run it, run it. You got it, finishing it out in 5. In 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew, shake it out and breathe. Grab water if you need to. If you've got a mat, feel free to roll it out. If you're doing this on a carpet, you might not need a mat. And let's go into those planks. So we're going to be here for a while. I'll take you out of those planks to roll those wrists. And we're going to be moving side to side, getting right side, left side, center, all sorts of good things. So first, I want you to find that plank. All right, so we're going to start down here in that plank, and we're going to start to move through a burpee, and we'll end up right back down. So if you like to step in, reach up, back down, step back, you can start that motion here. If you want to go full burpee with that jump, you can go here. So what I want you to do is just get moving. Keep that heart rate up for a few more minutes. A few more seconds rather, not minutes. And we're going to find a strong plank here in about 10. All right, guys, let's go 5 more seconds, see if we can get 2 more burpees in. Last one, and come right back down to that plank. So find that plank position, scooch my mat out a little bit. You can always drop down to those knees and bring those shoulders right over those wrists. You can always curl those toes under and find that plank. Make sure that spine is nice and straight from your head to your toes, and let's tap right and left. So we're stable. I'm going to turn this way so you see what we're doing. And you want to try and keep that wiggle out. I'm moving a little too much. So I'm going to keep my gaze down, really tighten up that core, and just tap side to side. Good. We're going to go into those burpees again. So let's go 4 more, 3 more, 2 more, and 1. Find that plank. You can start to step in, out, out. And if you want to go into that jump, let's go full burpee. So down, jump back, jump up, and let's kick that heart rate back up. After about 30 seconds here, we're going to find that plank again, and up, and up. Y'all are doing awesome. Stick with it. Don't give up. If you need to go from jumping into steps, feel free to go back down to that step. Let's see if we can get 3 more burpees in. 2 more. And here's our last one. And back down to that plank. All right, so from here, toe taps, side to side, or plank jacks. So start by just tapping out side to side. If you're ready and you want to add a plank jack, you can add both legs. Now make sure you're in that right alignment. So shoulders over wrist, hips down, really working through those obliques. We're going to come down off of this plank in about 15 seconds. I know we're burning. I know we're feeling it. Hang with me. 5 more seconds. Last 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job. Come on up. Roll those wrists, roll those shoulders, and give me a good inhale, exhale. So from here, we're going to go into a side tabletop position. We're going to start with our left arm on the mat, and you're going to rotate so that your hips and your shoulders are pointed forward, and you're going to raise that top arm, that right arm overhead, lift that right leg, oblique crunches in a tabletop. Good, so elbow to knee, and really crunch up instead of forward. So you want to bring that elbow and that knee towards the ceiling rather than the wall in front. That'll keep it here on the side. Crunch, extend. Good, y'all. So stay here. I know that shoulder on the left starting to feel it a little bit. As you can see, just because we're doing a core workout doesn't mean the rest of our body is not getting a workout either. We got arms and legs involved. Let's go 3 more. And 2. And 1. We're going to come up to a kneeling position right here. So come on up. And we just worked that right side. So we're going to stay there. You're going to extend that left leg out and make sure that your hips and your shoulders are right on top of one another. From here, we're going to reach out to the right. So this leg's going to stabilize us as we come over and then lift up. Reach over and lift. So this way, we're working both sides of our obliques. We're crunching here when we reach over, and then when we lift up, we crunch up on the left. Over and up. Over and up. Good. Let's go 5 more here. Last 3 and 2. Y'all are doing awesome. We got 1 more here, and then we're going to come into that tabletop on the right. So right arm comes down, rotate through the sides so those hips stay nice and center towards the wall in front. Lift up overhead, lift that leg, crunch, elbow to knee. So come on up, kick my chair out of the way. Here we go, crunch and extend. Crunch and extend. Again, getting into those obliques up on the left side here. Nice and stable. Trying to keep yourself still and from wobbling too much. This really works that balance too, if you haven't noticed. Those hips are working, shoulders are working, all while we're moving in that oblique crunch. Let's go 3 more here. And 2. All right, y'all, 1 more. You got it. And up. All right, bring yourself up to that kneeling position. Extend through that right leg this time, and we're going to lean over to the left. So come on over, lean, and then crunch up. Lean, and then crunch. So instead of throwing those arms back up and giving yourself momentum in that upper body, I want you to really think about using the side of your waist to bring yourself up. Use those muscles we're trying to build here. Lean and come up. Good, y'all. We got 3 more here. And up. Last 2. And last 1. All right, going back to our plank. We're going to kick it up a notch, trying to get that heart rate back up with some mountain climbers. So let's bring those shoulders right over those wrists. And if you want to slow it down a little bit, you can just go into that march with that knee to that chest. If you want to run it, let's pick it up. So I want to make sure that we're keeping our heart rate up in some intervals. And we're still going to feel it in our abs. And stay here for just about 15 more seconds. And then we'll head back into some strength moves. Good, good, good. Run, run, run. Really try and get those knees into that chest. Last 5. Finish it out nice and strong. Last 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Come onto those knees. Roll that wrist out. And what we've got here is we're going to go into plank push-ups and then into down dog. So one way you can do this is you can go on those knees. You can go back to that child's pose and then back into that knee plank. So see how I'm bringing my tailbone back, extending through my arms, and then dropping my hips forward into that plank. If you're on that full plank, curl those toes under. Drop those hips, open up that chest a bit, and we're going to go from a down dog back to a plank. Down dog and back to plank. Make sure when you come back to that plank, you zip up those abs in the center. You find those shoulders over those wrists. You're lifting that belly button into that spine when your hips draw up. So really use those abs and low back to bring your hips up and then lower down. Good. All right, let's go 2 more. And last one, back into that mountain climber right here. So we're going to bring those knees in. if you want to make this one a little bit more challenging, you can even twist in that mountain climber. So rotating through those hips, trying to bring that knee to that opposite elbow. And keep that rolling for me. Stay strong in it. If that twist is a little too much, you can go back to that mountain climber or back to those marches. Let's go 10 more seconds, guys. You got it. Finish it out. Last 5. Last 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Back to those knees. Roll those wrists out. Roll those shoulders. Last time on those planks to down dogs. I'm going to show you something to make it a little bit more challenging. We're going to add a push-up to this. So you're going to push up and then lift up to that down dog. Come back down to plank, push up, and then lift to down dog. Ooh, we feel it a little bit more in that core, adding that push-up, don't we? Nice and stable. Don't rush through these. Be controlled in your movement. Again, if you're down on those knees, give me a good push-up, and then child's pose. Back down to those knees, push up, and child's pose. I'll join you guys here on this plank just for another visual. Push up, child's pose, plank, push up, and child's pose. Let's go 2 more here. And up. And last one. Guess what, guys? We get to come down to our mat. So from that plank, just fall down on the mat. Ooh, this feels good. We're going to activate that low back here. So now we're going to start to focus on back and our upper back, low back a little bit more for these next few moves. So you're going to bring those arms overhead. I hope y'all can see. And we're going to do what we call Superman angels. So what this is you're going to lift those arms and those legs up off the mat. So you really feel your belly button and your hip bones digging into that mat. Chest is up, feet are off. You're going to bring your arms out wide and extend those legs out wide, like you're making an angel in the snow, except we're on our tummies instead of our back. This is one of my favorite ones because you really feel it in your shoulders and those glutes as well. Still working that low back, of course, and bring it out and in. Nice. So we're static in that hold. Our shoulders and our feet aren't dropping down. We're just moving laterally out to the side with our arms and our legs. And keep going here for a few more. Last 2. Good. Last one. Perfect. All right, coming back into a tabletop position. Then we'll bring it into those abs and we will be done. So I want you to find that tabletop. We're going to go into a bird dog crunch here and then some push-ups, and then we'll go to the other side. So first, you're going to extend that left leg. Make sure that it stays nice and in line with that spine, and then raise that right arm forward. So you're in a good long line. Now you're going to bring that elbow to that knee. So you're going to crunch and then extend it out nice and long. Crunch and extend. Working our low back still, feeling it in that glute. And in that upper back through that extension. Let's go 3 more. And 2. And last one. And from here, I want you to place that arm down, but keep that leg up. Give me 4 push-ups here in that bird dog. So you're going to come down and up, down and up. 2 more. Make sure those elbows go back into those ribs. Getting into a little triceps here. Last one, and come down. Bring that opposite leg out, extend that opposite arm, and let's go to crunches on this side. So crunch in and out, in and out. We're here for 6 more. In and out. So if that balance is a little hard for you, you can always just put that arm down and crunch through that leg. That's still going to give you that lower back work. Let's go 2 more. Last one. And drop that arm down. Make sure those shoulders are over those wrists. 4 push-ups. Elbows back and press up. Down and up. So that leg is stable. Woo. you really feel it. This is our last one. And up. Perfect. All right, give me a good child's pose. We're gonna flip over and finish in abs. So nice and strong. Palms on the mat. Really stretch into those shoulders and come up. All right, just take a seat. And we're gonna go into a bridge crunch combo. We're gonna start with bridge. Start to bring a bridge up and then a crunch up, and then we'll end with crunches. All right, so we got 8 of them, and we'll build onto that. So if you want to bring those knees, or those heels right under those knees, lift yourself up so you know you're in good form. If you feel like your feet are out too far, just scooch them in. Really pop those hip bones up to the ceiling, squeezing those hamstrings, glutes and low back, and let's come down and lift. Down and lift. Really press through the heels. You can go ahead and set yourself up for that crunch position, so bring those arms back over that head. And let's go 2 more, and we're going to combine a crunch and a bridge. All right, so from here, tap it down, crunch up. So crunch, bring yourself down, and then bridge. Crunch, down, and bridge. Let's go 2 more just like this. And bridge, last one. And bridge. Now we're just gonna hold it on those crunches. So steady lift, hold, back down. Lift, hold, and lower. Again, nice and slow. Lift, hold, and lower. You wanna feel that low back press into the mat, belly button into that spine. Let's go 4, and 3, and 2, last one, and come on down. All right, now bring those knees about 90 degrees. We're gonna do bicycles, but we're gonna isolate each side first. So we're gonna go right elbow to left knee, then we'll go alternating bicycles, and then we'll end with left elbow to right knee. So you're gonna twist, and then back to the center. So twist elbow to knee, back to the center. So you're drawing that right leg out, and you're bringing it right back down to 90 degrees. Perfect, 3 more. Last 2. And 1, let's go side to side. So alternate here. Bicycles, twisting through your spine, using those abs. Twist, twist, twist. And we're gonna go just a few more here, and then we'll isolate on the opposite side. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold here. Now, left elbow to right knee. So extend, twist, back to the center. Extend, twist, back to the center. Keep it rolling here. Don't let up. We got 2 more moves, and then we are done. Let's go 4 more. Last 3, and 2, and 1. All right, 1 more minute of work, y'all. So lift those legs high in the air, and let's scissor down. So bring that right leg down, tap the floor, bring it back up. Left leg, and back up. Hey guys, turn that down, please. Janet, turn that down, please. All right. And let's go 4 more. Last 3, 2, ending with diamond crunches. So I am going to turn where y'all can see my feet. Y'all stay on your mat. And I'm gonna bring my elbows out as in a crunch and bring my knees down to meet them, and then back up, extend through the ceiling. So out wide and lift, making a diamond with those legs. And up. So you're just trying to tap those knees to those elbows on the outside. Good, guys. Give me 4 more. That's it. Last 3. And 2. And 1. Let's do that good one. And up. Woo. Perfect, y'all. You did awesome. Make sure that you cool down, that you stretch a little bit. So going through some up dogs, down dogs, things like that will always be good for a stretch in that core. And make sure that you get a good lengthening of those arms and those legs as well, that you're bringing your heart rate down. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for tuning in. And I hope that you have a good rest of your Wednesday. I'll be back Friday for bar. It will be a full 60-minute bar class. So doing it on Friday, because I know some of you have homeschooling and things to do throughout the week, and an hour-long workout is not always possible. But hoping that maybe you can find time over the weekend to do a 60-minute bar class. So that will be Friday. And until then, have a good one. I will see you all soon, and feel free to shoot any comments, questions, anything that you can think of in my direction, and I'll be happy to answer them. All right, guys, happy Wednesday. Stay safe and healthy, and I'll see you soon.